Morning everybody. Before we begin this video, I have a quick announcement to make. In the first part of the video, you will see me not limping. You might see me limping in the second part of the video. Basically, I went back inside to get my paper bags for my seed pots, and on return to the garden, I twisted my ankle on the pathway that I still have not undone from weeds. Anyway, I really wanted to finish this video for you because since I don't have 1,000 subscribers yet, there is no way I can use the community tab to inform you of these things. So I tried to make this video as good and as bad as I could. I appreciate it if you would see through my limping on the second part. I'm all good. It's just a twisted ankle and it's just gonna be pretty sore for a couple of days. I am having ice packs on it right now, so it'll all be fine. But just a heads up so that you know, and I will be back very soon because there's so much more to do in the garden. So thank you for listening, and now to the video. Good morning everybody, welcome to this nice and beautiful day at Toxandria. We're passing the no-till garden here, and as you can see, the straw is doing its job except for this little spot here. As you can see, something did naughty stuff and pushed all the straw away from that cabbage. Now if you can see, I have put, I'm gonna try to get any closer, I have put a stick here, a sharp one, because I suspect there is a hole going underneath there, and I think it's a rat. I'm not sure, but I took the liberty to put something in that hole, and it has stayed here overnight, which is good. I can't get any further, so I'm not sure. Obviously, I don't really want to hurt any animal. I just don't want them to destroy my garden, that's all. But anyway, the only damage, as far as you can call this damage, is this area where there is no straw. All the straw was put there, and a little bit where I stand now. So that's going to be an easy fix. Plants are not damaged as far as I can see. So if you haven't seen this episode, it was the previous episode. I will link it at the end of this video. This is actually mulching the no-till garden with straw. But we're not doing that today. Today we are going back to the till garden. As you can see, I have my bucket, I have my scissors, and I have my book with me. Oh, somebody's coming to say hello. Look, pigeons. We have many pigeons around here, wild birds, and they are so happy to have us as neighbors because they enjoy the chicken food as well. Oh, that's just fine with me. Oh, there's another one. We don't like them that much because they steal the small plants, the young plants, but I have a solution for that, but that's totally for another video. What I was saying, I have my book here with me, and this book is a very important book. It doesn't look like it, but it really is, because I have every row that I planted in this book, as you can see. And then I've put down all the numbers of the fruits and the vegetables. And here is a list with all the numbers. And it goes on and on and on and on. So it's pretty cool. And why I have this bucket with the book with me and the scissors will be revealed to you in just a second. Let's walk to the tilled garden. So don't mind the mess, it'll all come clear when it's finished. Here we are once again. Don't mind that barrel. I just was testing. I really wanted to have some kind of a fireplace, and I just was testing if that would be a good place. I'm not quite sure yet, because I think that I might sacrifice this row and make an entrance to the chicken coop right there. So then this row will be my garden path to get there, and then where you see all this mess here, I have some ideas, but I'm not talking about that yet. That's for the future. Today we are going in for this row right here, and as you can see, a lot of work. Stingy nettle, once again, my friend. I'm so sick and tired of stingy nettle. I love stingy nettle, don't get me wrong. I really love stingy nettle. I think it's a wonderful plant, but it's growing in the wrong place here. I will have dedicated places for it in my new garden, don't worry. But today, for the first time, we are able to harvest some seed pods. As you can see, I've let them dry on the plant, and obviously, to know what seeds they are, I have to identify them with this book, because I don't know by heart where I put what. So that's the first thing that we're going to do before we're going to attack any weeds, getting these seed pods safe. I will collect them, put them in a brown bag, and basically let them dry even more, because there are still some green stems, as you can see. Gonna hang them up, put them in a brown bag, and if the seed pods would open by themselves, then all the seeds will be collected. What do we have here? Some completely overgrown cabbage, which the chickens are going to love. This is my absolute favorite. This color is just amazing. Look at it, look at it. I love purple. I love purple. And it's, I can't tell you, the camera doesn't do it any justice, but this is absolutely the most beautiful kale I am growing right now. Some more seed pods here, some Swiss chard, and then obviously a zucchini plant with 2 fruits on it. Now, excuse me. You might think, oh well, that's a really big one and that's a really small one. Well, that is quite a big one, but this one is even bigger. And both of them I actually am not going to harvest, not right now, because I want seeds from that one and I want seeds from that one. Now I know there is a high chance of cross-contamination. That's the risk I am willing to take. I have still seeds in the packages, and seeds are still available as of now, so I will make sure that I will have some seeds for next year. But these plants are pretty close to one another, and I just want to experiment to see if it's actually true that there is going to be some cross-contamination. Now, if there is, it's going to be very obvious next year, because then we will have plants probably that are partially green and partially yellow, and if it doesn't show up in the color, it should show up in the taste. Then we would have very bitter plants, completely unedible, and well, I taste everything before I start to give it to the chickens, or well, vegetables, that is. I don't taste weeds, before I process to freeze it or can it or what have you, I will have tasted this, because I have had a bad experience before, where I actually have harvested last year was that zucchini that was you know, poisonous. That was unedible. So I have experience in that, and it's not gonna happen again. But anyway, back to this row here. I know both of the rows are like seemingly crazy to one another. I have some really tall weeds growing here. Grass. Rabbits are gonna love that. But I'm gonna try to find the pathway here and clear that out as well, because I know originally there was a pathway. So as you can see, more than enough work to do. So let's get on with it. So what I'm going to do is I have identified this kale, I have identified the other kale, the beautiful one, and I have identified this plant. But in order to get, you know, the truth of the seeds completely, I am going to harvest this kale, and the chickens will definitely love that. So that's what I'm going to do. It's going to clear up this place, open up this space, and then I can actually see where these seed pods have actually rooted, because there's one over there. I'm not sure if you can see it, and there is not that much of weeds in here for the chickens, so I guess they are going to be very happy with having some kale today. Now, as you can see, I did remove the root, which was not my intention actually. I wanted to leave the root into the soil because it could nourish the soil. And let me show you a better way. So I tried to cut it here, you know, that it wouldn't interfere with my future plantings that we will do next week and the next coming weeks. But it just wasn't possible, so I had to take it out, unfortunately. But this has developed quite a nice root system. Sadly enough, that this plant will no longer contribute to the soil health. However, it will be devoured by the chickens, which in turn contribute to my soil health. So all is a cycle, and I'm not that worried about it. So let's make our little friends happy. They know something's coming because they're making quite some noise. So just a quick little overview of this row so far. I have managed to pull most of the weeds despite my twisted ankle, and I have cut down the zucchini quite a bit. The seed pods, I know I promised you guys that we would harvest them today. Unfortunately, I am not going to do that today. It's going to be sunny for another couple of days. It will dry at least, and that has to be for the next video. But at least I managed to kind of free them out so that I can actually see which seeds belong to which plant, because there is obviously a difference and I don't want to mess things up there. Here I did almost nothing, just pulled some dead leaves, but this is definitely a plant that I would like to use as an ornamental plant as well in the future, because you know, dual purpose. Oh yeah, you have a little bug there. Dual purpose. This is an absolutely beautiful, gorgeous plant, very easy to grow, for me at least. And there we have another visitor. I don't know if I can catch you on camera. Very resistant, because there are no leaves that are actually eaten by this butterfly or the larvae of this butterfly. So this is a very resilient plant, and I love it. I absolutely love it. So I'm gonna let this grow for a while. Some more seed pods. The Swiss chard I cleared out, but not thoroughly, as you can see. My ankle just doesn't want me to kneel down. Then I have my zucchini, which we have a little bit of new growth, but I am not having my hopes up. However, we have some flowers and a new fruit. And this one was kind of special. I wanted to show you this. So this is the one that I want to save for the seeds, just like the green one over there, if you remember. And this plant, actually, I think this plant is completely dead. I mean, look at this. But the zucchini is so yellow, and it's hard. It's hard. I don't know if you can hear that. It's so hard. But the stem obviously has seen better days. So I think this is not giving any nutrients anymore to zucchini. However, I'm gonna wait a little longer because I cannot harvest this today, unfortunately. And at the end we have still some more kale, but I didn't do much to it. I have some leaves that I could pull off, but that's gonna be for another day. Hopefully tomorrow my ankle will be better and we can actually collect the seed pods. I wasn't really able to clean up the path as good as I wanted to, or as I intended to in the beginning either, but you know, tomorrow another day. I'm just gonna try to get this video up to you guys, because you know, when you're under 1,000 subscribers, there is no way I can let you know through the community tab that there will be no video up today, because basically I don't have a community tab yet. So if you watch this till the end, thank you. Thank you for stopping by at Toxandria today. I really enjoyed your company with me. Now I'm going to put some ice on this ankle and try to edit this video and get it uploaded, so you guys will see me back as soon as this one allows me.